You love it.
Oh, yeah.
And you are one.
I am, proudly opinionated. Proudly.
Yeah. You know, when I posted your artwork, people, about 90% of the comments were like, and then dear bro, let me go and look for my dictionary.
Dear.
People call you English madam.
I don't know why. I don't know why. No, because, I actually enjoy speaking the local language more than English.
Yeah, and I enjoy you speaking the local language as well.
So I don't know why they tend to think
even
that.
When you speak Ebe. Yeah, so your command over the English language, how did you hone that skill? Language is an art, and you can only get better when you sharpen that skill.
Absolutely.
How did you get there?
I just read. I'm just curious. I read a lot because every day I'm looking for a new vocabulary. I think it's suicidal and a disaster to have limited vocabulary, because sometimes you can say something in just a few seconds if you have access to vocabulary, instead of talking so much, winding sentences, when you could just use 4 words. Just 4 words to describe something. You get it.
And your pronunciations are on point.
Oh, that one.
How did you learn that as well? Because most of us, the schools we attended, we only grew up to know the correct pronunciation.
I know. Well, I went to Alsod Academy, and phonetics is part of the curriculum.
Wow.
From get-go, from prep. We call it prep, preparatory class. That's what other schools call nursery. Yeah, so from prep, you have to do phonetics. Yeah, we started at a very early age. So it becomes a part of you. I don't know anyone. I'll mention a couple of names. Jessica, she worked at City.
Oh, Paris, I worked with
her.
Yes.
Yeah. Jessica went to Alsod. Exactly.
I get it.
And then there is Kwame Fachi. Kwame Fachi went to Alsod as well. Samira Baumia went to Alsod. So you find that people from Alsod Academy tend to pronounce words very well because it is part of you. Phonetics is part of the curriculum. Every teacher is expected to take you through phonetics. So It is not just for the English class. It is science. It is math. Phonetics is part of it.
So the foundation is very important.
Absolutely. It is important. And then also another thing that we absolutely, at the time we thought it was pressure, but we grew up and realized that it was a good thing. You had to read a book. It was unacceptable for you to come to school without a storybook. And children can be mean. And so if you don't have a storybook, we assume that your parents don't love you enough.
Wow.
It's not about the bags you're holding. It's not your pair of shoes, but it's the books you're reading. And then how many books you're able to read in a week. How many times you exchange books with your friends. And then there is responsibility. You need to bring the book back in a healthy state just as you took it. So it's just the Alsod training that at the time we thought was a lot of pressure, but we grew up and realized that it make us different from a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
For most people in the media industry, we don't use our real names as in names given to us by our parents. For example, I use Kwame Dadzie, but I am Emmanuel Dadzie. Do you have?
Yeah, Rosemond.
Oh!
I hate it.
Rosemond.
I hate it.
Oh, Rosemond.
Kwame, please, Rosemond.
Rosemond.
If you say Rosemond, it sounds too ordinary. Then I hate it more. Roses. Rosemond.
There is a mark something in between.
My name is very long. Rosemond Nana Aba Anamoah Mensa. Yeah.
So you still have all these names?
No, it's too long. I stopped using Rosemond when I was in class 2.
Okay.
Because I read a storybook, and the lady was such a mean stepmother, and her name was Rosemond. I went back home in tears and told my dad, no, I hate this name. And that was the last time I ever used Rosemond in school. It was taken off my name. My father had to write, got my documents changed. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I threw a lot of tantrums at that time. I remember very well. And that was the last time I used Rosemond. But you find stubborn people like Philip Nye, the likes of Sewa Mehe, who still call me Rosemond. In fact, that's how Sewa has saved my name on her phone, Rosemond. Yeah.
Wow.
And then in my family as well, they call me Ro. Everyone calls me Ro. They've shortened it from Rosemont to Ro. Can you imagine? It gets worse by the day.
Interesting.
And that's how my son calls me.
Ah.
Can you imagine?
Your son calls you Rosemont as well.
He's never called me mommy. Well, he calls me mommy when he needs money.
I love that. That's a bar. He calls you mommy
the only
when
time
he needs money.
Yeah, when he needs money, then he goes mommy or mother. But any other day, it's Ro. Yeah.
For someone who came from a science background, how did you get into media?
Well, I always loved the media. I always wanted to be a media person. I was just good at science because as a child you need to study, right?
Yeah.
And I always studied really hard because I needed to ace my grades, get good grades for the subject. So I think I just studied very well and passed my exams. And because I was doing very well with the sciences, my father, for some weird reason, thought I would make a good medical doctor. And so he was navigating my trajectory very well in the area of science. But also my father had also introduced me to TV, to the likes of Larry King Live.
Wow.
And others. So when I was growing up at a very young age, I was following current affairs. I knew at a very young age, I knew who Gorbachev was. I knew world leaders because I was following news items a lot with my dad because my dad was a big consumer of TV news. And then I fell in love with TV and I thought this is what I want to do. Wow. So even when I went to secondary school, Ghana National College, and I was a science student and I was doing very well in class, I still didn't like science. I felt that news reading, not just news reading, attention is my thing. I want attention. I want to be seen. I want to be talked about. And I was very unhappy in school because, number one, I didn't have any friends from outside with me there. And number two, the people were very different from what I was used to. They didn't really like storybooks that much. I became accustomed to seeing people holding storybooks. You know, spare time, you are sitting down, you're reading. You know, you must be reading something. And I got to National and it was very different. In the dormitory, it was very different. People they would meet in groups and be talking about other things, but not reading. And it was very weird for me. Another thing that I found really weird, and this happened a lot in Alcid, was that when you're coming to school, your parents will buy the dailies. My father would buy the Daily Graphic every day. And I will read the Daily Graphic. I will read the front page stories to my dad, and my dad and I would discuss it. And then you go to school and others have read the dailies as well, and we are discussing stories. And I got to
and everything was different.
And everything was very different for me. And so I just felt people at the time didn't appreciate news, and I thought I could do something about it. So my chemistry teacher, Mr. Indum, who I thought also loved to read because he was always reading and he always had the dailies, and so I would approach him, can I borrow the Daily Graphic, and he would give it to me. And the first time I asked him, he was surprised, but he never asked questions, you know, because at National, I mean, as a male teacher, you need to be very careful with you know, the female students. So he didn't ask me any question, but he gave me the newspaper, and it went on for a while. And then I approached him and said, I want to do something, you know, something news on campus. I want to read news.
Wow.
So we discussed it, and then we came up with Campus News Agency. And he took me to the headmistress of the school. We went to broach this idea to her, and she sort of liked the idea, and she said, okay, let's see how it goes. So National, Form 1 third term, I had set up a club called the Campus News Agency, and I was reading this news every Monday morning.
To them?
Yeah.
To the entire school?
Every Monday, entire assembly. Assembly. So I always knew that this is what I wanted to do. Science, the science class was to make daddy happy. In my heart of hearts, I wanted media.
So how did you train to become a journalist?
Well, that's a very good question because I never trained to become a journalist.
Are you serious?
No, my background is finance. I read banking and finance for my first degree. I have a master's in development finance. Everything I know in journalism, I read.
Seriously?
Yes, learnt on the job. No, I don't have a... But that's why I keep telling people that you don't need to have a journalism background to be great in the media. But because if you scan around, the best people on the radio really don't a few of them have journalism backgrounds, but majority of them, I mean, scan across. Yeah, scan across. Yeah, scan across. You can still make it. But you just need to understand the ethics of the profession and respect the profession. Yeah.
Did you start at GBC?
Yes. Well,
then that explains
that's another
why.
thing. That's another thing. I got to GBC later, and I have to go back a bit. Okay. I was informed about the audition at GBC by my dad and a neighbor that GBC was having an audition for president, because in my neighborhood everybody knew that Nana Aba, every day I was a chatterbox. I ran into you and I want us to discuss current affairs.
Charlie.
I want us to discuss current affairs. I just wanted to have conversations about the news. And so when GBC advertised that they were looking for presenters, my dad got wind of it. My neighbor rushed to our house and said, "Hey, Ro, wait, Ro." Oh gosh, I hate that name. And then I decided to go for that audition. But this was after, because I worked for one day at Metro TV. This was a while back. Because remember, after secondary school, I didn't go to the university straight away. I got pregnant. And so my education was halted for a year. Of course, I had a very supportive family, especially my dad, who put his life on hold to be a stay-at-home grandfather. My mom was very supportive as well. And so I had the luxury to do a number of things. And I thought that was the time for me to apply for jobs. For good reasons, I got onto Metro TV for just one day. In fact, not just a day, for maybe an hour. I had gone for training a few times and they thought I was ready to do the news on Metro TV. And I went on air, and Kwame, was a disaster, the worst day of my life. It was a disaster. I mean, disaster. Do you know what a disaster is? It was a disaster.
What happened?
Catastrophe. I mean, I was horrible. I was really horrible. It was that bad. But you know, I'm the type who makes mistakes. I'm very confident about my mistakes as well. I knew very well that it had gone south. But a part of me kept telling me that tomorrow will be better. And also because I had read so many books about people's failures, their strengths, and how they rise up when they fall, I was guided by it. Then they called us and said, the owner of the channel wants to meet us. It was Rebecca and I. Rebecca moved to Canada later. But we went to his office, a Lebanese man and two Lebanese men. And they looked at us, and here I was, because, you know, I'm very petite. And so I was the little person in the room, and Rebecca was bigger, and these two men, and they were like, "Look, don't come back here again. This is your last time." And then I said, "Even me?" Because I was so confident that I was good. Even though it was horrible, I thought that give me another chance, I would do better. And he said to me, "No, you can't come back because you are ugly."
You?
Yeah, that's what the Lebanese told me. Yeah, and I said to him that you are wrong. I mean, all my life, nobody has told me I'm ugly before. You are the first person to say I'm ugly, so you are lying. You're a liar. I'm not ugly. I'm going to go home, because my father was outside waiting to take me home anyway. My father was there to pick me up. And I said, "You're a liar. I'm not ugly." But Rebecca was crying, and I thought Rebecca was so foolish. Why are you crying? I mean, why are you crying? You are not ugly. I mean, if you think I'm ugly, that's your problem. But I have a mirror at home, and I had never been called ugly before. Maybe I'm ugly, but they are too afraid to tell me in person. Nobody said it to my face. But this Lebanese man looked me straight in the eye and said, "You are ugly. Don't come back."
Oh, no.
And I said, "Okay, that's fine." And then I left, went home, and then a few weeks later, the GBC audition came up. Well, fast forward. So many years after, I ran into him at the Accra Sports Stadium. It was Accra House of Oak playing against the greatest team in Ghana, Accra Great Olympics. And then I ran into this Lebanese man. he came up to me and said, "Oh, Nana Aba, I like you so much on TV." And I was just standing there waiting for him to finish. I said, "You don't remember me, do you?" He said, "No." I said, "Look, I worked at your channel for one day. You told me I'm ugly.
Eesh.
Now you want to talk to me?"
Eesh.
I didn't even shake his hand. I mean, I'm petty like that. When I wear my petticoat,
That's it.
yeah, I get really petty. But I knew that day would come one. And it took so many years, maybe after 10, 12 years, that I ran into him again. Wow. And then at that time, I had become well known. And so he came to congratulate me, say hello. And I reminded him that you told me I'm ugly. Yeah. Yeah.
So at GBC, what did you do?
I was a radio presenter. I hated it. I hated radio because I wasn't being seen. You know, at the time, there were no streaming services. Sure. So you were just in the cubicle, sitting behind the console like you are right now. Nobody's seeing you. But I thought it was a path for me to get onto TV. I needed to build, because I had been convinced that, do radio for a while. When you get on TV, it will be easier and smooth for you. And so that's what consoled me. To do radio, but I absolutely hated it, because on radio I wasn't doing anything current affairs or news, and that for me was my forte. I was presenting a music show, and I really don't like music.
Doing something like Doreen Ando's show.
Right? Yes, yeah, but you can't even don't put Doreen and I in one sentence. That woman is miles ahead.
Oh, she is.
We can't exist in one sentence.
I know, right?
We can't exist in one sentence. Yeah, but I was. Let's say I want to be Doreen Ando. I want to be.
Okay.
I want to be. I did it for a while. I didn't really enjoy it because I don't understand music. Okay. And the kind of music that I like as well. I like classicals. I like the orchestra. I like
that's
jazz.
your type of music.
Yeah, that's my
the
kind
Uncle Ken's type.
Exactly.
Jazzy, classicals.
Yeah, and then I was asked to play R&B and high life, and I didn't understand the genre. I didn't understand what I was doing, so I go to the library. I just pick songs.
Okay.
I just pick things, and always the station manager will complain, Mr. What's this? I can't remember. Hey, Mr. Komivi. Yeah, Mr. Komivi will complain that there is no sense to the songs you play. Every time, he will give me queries to come and explain why I played this particular song at this time of the day. And at the time, I didn't know that, when you're doing morning radio, there's a certain kind of music you need to play. So I'll go and pick something noisy and I'll be playing at 9 a.m.
Which channel was that? GR?
So they changed it to Unique
FM.
So we joined as Unique FM when they rebranded. Yeah. But I was a complete disaster on radio as well, because it took me a while to understand the transitions of music and the various types, the genres, because I didn't understand them. But I did it for a while, and then I knew that I would get on TV one day. It was El Ankra.
El.
You remember El Ankra?
I know him, yeah.
El gave me my TV break because I was trying to be a TV presenter and no one was paying attention to me. And sadly, I felt that it would be comfortable approaching the women to help me, and all of them gave me a very blasé attitude. They couldn't be bothered. They thought I was petri. They thought I was a handful, overbearing. But of course, I know what I want. And when I want something, I would use every ounce of blood in me to get it. I'm just like that because I want it.
Yeah.
And they thought I was overbearing and annoying. And then I ran into El Ankra, and I told El Ankra, I remember that day very well, on the corridor at GTV, and I told him that I want to be on TV, and he said, okay, follow me. So I went into the studio with him. I just found a way to sneak in there, and I saw him on TV, and it was my first time in a TV studio, and I was completely awed by all of it. And when he came out, I said, can you train me? And he said, yeah, if you're willing. And I don't think I have appreciated El Ankra enough. I don't think I've thanked him enough because he has no idea what he did for me. El Ankra has no idea what he did for me. He had time for me. And that was what I was expecting women to do for me. And it's the reason I got into more managerial positions, more influential positions, I made it a point that I would definitely bring women along with me.
Wow.
Because I didn't get that. I didn't get that from any woman. Well, the only woman at GBC who had time for me was Gifty Auntie, now Ohineyere.
Yeah.
Gifty was not there for me career-wise, but also Gifty had no idea. She just saw a little girl. She thought I was very vulnerable, too small, and I was really young. And so when she closes from work, and I was closing just around the same time, she'll look out for me. She'll come to Unique FM and say, call me that little girl. She never called me by my name. But she said, a little girl. You know, she'll put me in her car and drop me off at a very good place. Make sure I get into a trotro to go home.
Interesting.
And that's what Gifty Auntie did, without knowing that she had provided some protection for me. You know, because I knew I could always save my money from GBC to Circle. I will spend that money on something else, because Gifty will drop me off at Circle. And she did that every evening without fail.
Oh.
I don't know how she was so committed to me, but she did it every evening. But career-wise, it was Earl. Earl will train me. In fact, I will show him some of the queries Mr. Komivi had given to me, and Earl will say, you need to do better. And so he will guide me in my music choices. By the way, Earl, you had a whack taste in music. I never told you because I was afraid then. I was afraid.
But now you can say it.
Now I can say it. He can't do anything to me. It was whack. I never enjoyed L's collection, but
I'm sure he's listening, or somebody is listening.
it would
Somebody
tell
tell
him.
him.
But he helped me. And then when the opportunity came for me to go to TV3, I bounced it off Earl, because through Earl, GTV started giving me an opportunity on TV. So I was a continuity announcer. I would go and announce the programs for the day, and I love to do it. My favorite was adult education in ever at this time, and then I would say Minamiwe. I will never forget that line.
Minamiwe.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I love the continuity announcing, but also it wasn't news. It wasn't current affairs. And then when the opportunity came knocking from TV3, that there was an audition at TV3, I just thought, this is it. I have to go for this audition. And that's how I left GBC. And then my media journey just took off like that. You know.
You mentioned early on that you used to watch Larry King live with your father. What did you learn from his style of interviewing?
Well, that you have to listen. You have to listen. And then your follow-up questions must make sense. You don't ask follow-up questions just because you need to ask, but it must make sense. Know exactly when to come in, so you are not too abrasive with your guests. But also, most importantly, you are not there to destroy your guest. You are there to give your guest the opportunity to explain themselves and also give a better understanding of an issue or your guest. And that's what I learned from Larry King. And also, you know, Larry King wrote a couple of books before he passed. I also had a couple of his books, that also highlighted interviewing skills and being a presenter and communication. And that's what I learned from Larry King.
Wow. You've been described by many as one of the best interviewers we have in this country.
Oh, that's nice.
Which interview would you describe as the most challenging ever throughout your journey?
Ooh, the most challenging interview. Wow. Now I need to think. Maybe Kwaku Anyidoho.
Oh, okay.
That interview.
Okay.
That one, and then the series I did on Tramadol.
Tramadol, okay.
Yeah, these two. Kwaku, because before the interview, I had sent him several messages and I asked him, is there anything? And I do that with my guests a lot. Is there anything you don't want me to talk about? Because I do my research and there are things I want to talk about. But also, I do not want to make my interviewer look bad. Exactly. And so I give them that courtesy that, is there anything you don't want me to talk about? And he said, I am okay. There was one, no, he said he didn't want to talk about John Mahama. You know, at the time they were having their, and then I said to him, well, as an interviewer, there is no way I will sit in the studio with you and not talk about, John Mahama. But if you like, don't answer. It is fine.
Sure.
But people will not forgive me for not bringing up the name. But apart from that, is there anything else? He said everything else is fine. So I thought he would be comfortable with it. And indeed, I asked him about John Mahama, and he said, he said a few words, and he said, but he doesn't want to continue. And I said, okay, that's fine. I moved on. And then I brought in the infamous question, about Mother's Day and wishing his wife and wife happy Mother's Day. And he was infuriated. He was very upset, and he got up to leave. And so I apologized to him for asking that question. I mean, some of my colleagues said I shouldn't have apologized, but when you're doing an interview, you also need to be human. You need to be human. As an interviewer, you are not it all. You are not bigger than anybody, and you should apologize because your guest is offended.
Okay.
And it wasn't an offense based on something that would have an impact on the nation. It was a personal. No, but if it was anything about the economy or anything else, I would have asked him to go away. I mean, I would have just said, feel free, be my guest, walk away. But this was a private matter, and I felt, okay, I had ruffled feathers.
Okay.
And so let me apologize for the interview to continue. But when I was apologizing, he wasn't so sure if he still wanted to continue. And that I found that very challenging, because what else do I do for this man to sit down to be interviewed? Because it was going to be a great interview. Well, it turned out to be a great interview, but that
that
incident took everything away from it. Yeah.
Is there any person you're looking forward to interviewing?
Doreen Ando is one of them.
Okay.
Yes, Doreen. I have so many questions for Doreen because Doreen has been relevant from the day she started radio. And Doreen Ando doesn't also know this. When I left secondary school, and I was still trying to figure out this media thing.
Yeah.
Doreen, and then there was another lady here. She came in late. Ajua
Edu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I called Joy FM one day, and I said I needed to speak to Doreen Ando. And then they put the call through to Doreen. And I wasn't on TV then. I wasn't on radio. I was just an average Joe and nobody. And she spoke to me on the phone. I said, I want to be a media person, but I don't know what to do. And she gave me some advice that I don't even remember. But it was her voice. It was so soothing on the phone. And I thought, this woman is adorable. Every time I run into her, I remember that day.
Okay.
Because I've never told her.
You've not told her?
I've never mentioned it to her. But I would love to interview Doreen Ando, because Doreen has been relevant from day one. So I love to interview Doreen Ando. Another person that I would really love to interview is Mr. Kwesi Twum.
Hey,
I know that will never happen. You will say it won't happen, but you see, in this life, never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never. I know that day will come. It will come before the Lord Almighty calls me. I will interview Kwesi Twum. Be there. I will interview that man. The two of you, I think it's not possible.
No, it is possible.
Yeah, I think it is not possible.
No, it's
right?
feasible.
It's feasible.
It's possible with some people's tag, so it's feasible.
I get it. That was a good one. That's a good one. before the foot soldiers come
You
for
see.
you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
These two.
Okay.
Doreen, Kwesi Twum. I would love to interview them. Doreen, number one.
Okay.
Ahead of, because I don't know how Doreen has done it. I don't know what
30 years. 30
I don't know how. I don't know how. And there isn't a single time you tune into the radio and say, my bread Doreen, until I'm tuning off. You will listen from the beginning to the end. And she still has that power, and I don't know how. And Doreen should be writing a book.
I agree.
Yeah, because I would love to read
agree.
that book. I would really love to read that book. Yeah.
It's been a while we saw you on TV or heard your voice on the radio.
I took a break.
Okay.
I was tired. Yeah, I was tired. I was tired of doing the same thing. I was tired of speaking to the same people
Okay.
every day. And really, I don't know what I haven't done on TV. I've done business, I've done sports, I've done political shows, I've done news, I've done entertainment, I've done everything.
Yeah.
And so I felt I had hit a snag. there was nothing interesting for me. I wake up in the morning and I'm struggling to go to work. I'm not in the mood to go to the office. It was just not challenging for me, and everything annoyed me. Everything annoyed me. Everyone annoyed me. And the day I realized I had to take a break was when something very little, it was so inconsequential. It made me so angry. And I went back home and I felt, okay, that outburst was very unnecessary. So I picked up a phone and I called the person and I rendered an apology.
Okay.
And that was it. I just felt that this is it. I need to take time off, you know. So I went to Bola Ray and I told Bola that, Bola, I am dying inside, you know. I need time off. I need to go. I need a break to go and drink champagne. You know, sip cocktails. I need time off, you know, from human beings, just to be alone and figure out what I really want to do for myself. And Bola was very understanding. Well, knowing Bola, he tried to convince me, oh, Master, so you do that thing, go and do the job. You know, but he understood. He came around eventually. And I've been off TV for 2 years. 2 years. And I loved the break because I was able to focus on me. And that's what people don't do. You need to prioritize yourself, especially if you work in the media in Ghana, because the media houses will burn you. The media houses will burn you. And every single media organization in Ghana feels that they are bigger than their personalities. But no, it goes hand in hand. If your personality is bent out, it would affect your brand. And yes, you give the personalities the opportunity to be on your network, and then they become personalities. But when they become personalities, don't think that you made them. They made you, you also made them. It's a quid pro quo, you know. So we need to understand each other. Philip and I, behave yourself.
We need quid pro quo, no, and you're pro quo.
Quid pro quo. Scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Good.
You know, the media houses need to understand that we are human beings, and sometimes it's exhausting. You know, the hours are too long sometimes. And yes, we just want to make a name for ourselves. We want to be known, but they must provide more, you know, for us. They have to be there for us. They need to understand us. And I'm not speaking from the organizations that I've worked. It's just across the media landscape. I mean, Kwame, I don't expect you to say it is true. Don't say it too. But
I don't even understand what you are saying.
I like that. I like that. You know, but we have to do more for our stuff in the media, because people, and also the salaries are so bad. You know, and so we need to be, and you know, when I was GM at GH1 TV, I really didn't have a problem with people doing something on the side.
Okay.
As long as you're executing your work. And so when you come in and your work starts at 8, and I'll tell them that if you finish your responsibility by 1 p.m., you don't need to stay till 5 p.m. Go. You know, go and live your life. Do something.
Phil, can I leave after 10 a.m.?
You know, but when you do that, your people become more productive. You know, because the salaries really aren't very good across the media. And so when you give them an opportunity to do something else, as long as it does not interfere with their work, as long as it's not a conflict of interest, you know, as long as it's not a conflict of interest, I think we should allow people to be a bit. It's not to give them total freedom.
Yeah.
But I mean, the world is changing.
Good.
You know, the world is changing.
All right. Comment here says, Kwame, you remember when you posted the flyer? I told you she's coming to speak plenty English. Her phonetics are on point, just like Jessica.
Yeah.
This is DJ Magic Mike. Okay. What do you do to unwind?
I drink champagne. I listen to Bocelli, Andrea Bocelli. If it is local music, I listen to Kojo Ntwi.
Okay.
If I have to listen to rap, I listen to Sarkodie. Yes. And then I watch cartoons a lot. Philip, you are such a turncoat. A proper turncoat. Yeah, I watch cartoons a lot.
Okay.
I watch cartoons a lot.
Do you listen to dancehall music?
On some days, I listen to dancehall music because Shatawale and Stoneboy are my friends. Shatta and Stoneboy are my friends. And so when they drop something new, as my loyalty to them, to the friendship, I listen to them. I listen to it. But it is not my go-to music.
All right.
Yeah, it's not my go-to music. But I will listen to dancehall because it's Shatawale or Stoneboy. Any other, and then there is my cousin Jupiter. Jupiter is my cousin.
Oh.
Yeah, so I listen to Jupiter
Another
as well.
great talent. Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to Jupiter as well. But I won't listen to any other dancehall artist
Apart from these.
apart from these three.
Okay. Do you watch Ghanaian movies?
Yes, when my friends are in it.
Who are your friends?
Yeah, because I don't really like movies.
Who are your friends?
Oh, I will watch a movie featuring Jackie Appiah. I will watch one featuring Nana Aba Anamoah, Jocelyn Dumas, which other actresses? Oh, hey, how can I forget their names? Jackie, Nadia Buari.
Okay.
I'll watch Nadia. I'll watch Jocelyn. I'll watch Nana Aba Anamoah, John Dumelo.
Okay, John.
I will watch them because again they are my friends, so I have to watch. But I don't like movies. I don't like watching.
Oh.
No, I don't like watching movies.
So when was the last time you watched a Ghanaian movie?
Oh, the last time I watched a Ghanaian movie, Stephanie. The last time I watched a Ghanaian movie, hey.
Achewa.
No.
Okay.
A few months ago.
Okay.
Tracy Boache.
Oh,
Tracy is my friend as well.
Okay.
So Tracy did something, put it on YouTube. It was hilarious. I don't remember the title of the movie, but it was very funny. Very
Okay.
funny movie. So I watched something from Tracy Boache as well.
All right. Let's talk politics, shall we? It's been a year since the NDC came back to power. What's your assessment of their performance so far?
Well, I will give them 75%, 75 to 80, because I think that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has stabilized the economy, and I think his finance minister is doing an excellent job. I think the economy is doing quite well. It's doing very well now compared to the last 3 years, 4 years. Things were quite turbulent. There was too much arrogance as well. Too much arrogance.
Arrogance?
Oh yeah. From the previous administration, a lot of they were arrogant. I mean, you don't want me to say it. Philip doesn't want me to say that they were arrogant.
When you say they, are
Some
they specific people?
Yeah,
who
you could listen
arrogant?
from their utterances on radio, the way they were so dismissive of journalists, their commentary. It was just arrogant. Very, very arrogant. But I think that the second coming of JM is a great one. He's learned his lessons because his first term also had bouts of arrogance. Not with him, but with his appointees.
Yeah.
But things are different now. I mean, it's just a year, maybe too early in the day, but I think that the trajectory looks good. It looks positive. And I'm happy with the work they're doing so far. And it looks like the appointees are careful.
Okay.
They are hands-on. They show up. And I would give credit to the gender minister. For instance, she's very responsive. She jumps on the issues quickly.
Yeah.
She doesn't wait for days to respond. And I think she's doing an excellent job. The foreign minister, also very accessible. He's there. You tweet at him, he responds. And a few of the appointees are doing very well. And my favorite really is Obobia.
Okay.
I like what Obobia is doing with Mahama Cares. The way she goes to the hospitals, and it's become a weekly thing every time she's somewhere, and I like that. I like that.
The Affirmative Action Act actually says that government appointment should constitute about not less than 30% for women. Do you think that we are getting closer to that 30%? Because currently, Mahama is doing 23.1%.
Yeah, he promised us 40, I think.
Yes.
I think that was the promise from
the campaign
him.
promise.
Yes. to do better because the women are there. Sometimes I get really upset, and Philip and I will tell you. I've even attacked Evans Mensah a couple of times. And so I don't think that it's just a government thing. Every institution must be responsible.
Okay.
I mean, when you scan, and I'm going to start with the media because I'm a media person as well, so
Exactly.
I'm always comfortable starting with the media. You look across, and now it's become a style that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's only one day that's dedicated to women communicators from the NDC and the NPP or any other political party. You don't see them on Monday, Tuesday. You see them on GH1 on Wednesday. Then you see them on another channel on Friday. You see them on another channel on a Monday. And it's just all women. But the rest of the days, it's all men.
Okay.
Even your show. I've attacked Philip Nye so many times. He will bring influencers. And I said, but there are female influencers. Where are they? He will line
Philip,
up guests,
come and answer.
and I'll see Francis Doku, I'll see Uncle Ken, I'll see all men, and I ask him, why don't you have a woman there? And he will say, it is difficult. No, it is not difficult.
It is difficult.
It's not difficult.
Sometimes.
No. Uncle Ken.
Some of them will accept to be here, and then they'll call you.
We are serious feminists here.
I understand.
I've been pressuring Philip.
They will accept to be here, and they will call you later. Oh, me to me, it's been like that.
I know.
You're feminist, but you're not women. We like the fact that you're feminist.
Yes.
And to be fair, really,
Yeah.
I'm not going to attack any of your people because
Sure.
when you are discussing women's issues, you can tell that these are people who respect
Sure.
women and they would want women to do more.
Yeah.
But also, we must have a representation. We must be well represented because there are certain issues, yes, you speak about it from a male point of view, but let the women be there as well. And every time you speak to producers, they say, oh, it is difficult.
Yes,
getting
let them be
them."
accessible.
They are.
They are not. And I can vouch for Philip Nye on this because I've been on
always
his
attack
neck.
him.
We struggle together.
I've been on his neck
Uncle Ken,
several
you
times.
know what? When
Get a lady on the show.
Yeah.
Get a lady rep. You know, when we had Soraya, right?
nice, right? Yeah.
We had Soraya here,
Yeah.
and it was lovely.
Yeah.
All of the time, Philip, I said, Philip, why have you dropped Soraya? He said, she's not available.
No, I think at this point, let me bring in Uncle Ken and Uncle Francis before we talk about the Women of Valor.
Okay.
So let me start with you, Uncle Ken. So far, the conversation we've had, your comments on that. Yeah.
When Philip Nye called me and told me about today's show, gave me the, and mentioned Nana Aba being one-on-one with you, I said, oh, I have never encountered her one-on-one in my whole life. The only time I encountered Nana Aba was at one of the very early editions of Mentor. And she was the compare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I do remember on that day at TV3 Studios was that when she was introducing me, she said, oh, and I listened to his Jazz on Joy show every Sunday before I go to bed.
Yeah.
So today she's sitting here and telling me she only listens to Pavarotti and...
Oh, no, I said jazz. I said,
you never mentioned
Oh,
jazz.
I said jazz.
Oh, one more jazz.
Okay, classical. And
yes.
and then songs like yours.
Like who?
Yes. Like Uncle
You never mentioned my name.
Oh, no, I mentioned. I mentioned. I did.
I said
I
listen to
did.
orchestra. I like orchestra, classical, jazz.
I did.
So
I
I was a
mentioned
bit
you.
distressed.
Oh, no.
No. I mentioned you, and she said yes.
That all of a sudden...
We did.
Nana Aba, who told me
Oh,
then
no.
that she loves
We
jazz,
did.
does
We
not
did.
listen to me. Many years ago. Maybe.
I haven't stopped.
But she's somebody I have admired. Today I made a list of
Yes.
Oh, Francis, I just made a very short list of adjectives that I want to use
Eish.
on this lady.
I need to type
On
that
her.
down. Yeah.
For
Yes.
her.
Where's
On-
my
yeah.
pen?
Okay. All right.
her.
We are listening.
I put down, one of the first things I put down
Okay.
was she's very articulate.
Okay.
She's resilient.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that people in this room know why I say she's very resilient.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. She's a humanitarian.
Okay.
I have seen videos of the way Nana Aba relates to boys on the roadside and stuff, you know.
My people.
And I see a human being in her, the way she relates to the people and the way the people like her and feel so easy with her, you know. And I like people like that because I say to myself, in this world, you have to be nice to everybody.
Yeah.
You simply have to be nice to people. You don't have to be on your high horses and, you know, stuffy nose, you know, and wanting people to bow before you all the time. No, I don't believe in that. And she's industrious. And you can tell by what she does, you know, the projects that she gets involved with. I have followed her very quietly on the side. And I have never had an engagement with her ever before, you know. But these are the people I like. And like you say, I am a feminist. I've always shown that on this show. That that's for me, I'm a feminist because I was brought up by women.
Right.
So women are my main, you know, people. Most of my friends are women. I keep saying that. Enjoy FM, all the ladies in Enjoy FM are my people. You know?
Nice.
Yes. And
So Philip is not your people.
oh, his wife. Philip's wife is my person. You ask her. And he knows. Philip's wife is my person, you know. And she is. I was thinking whether to let the people know about this particular feel about her or reason about her.
Okay.
I felt, or I still feel, that she's very, 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 very elegantly beautiful.
Ooh, I should have
Yeah.
recorded that. Oh,
We are live.
of course. Okay.
Yeah.
She
I'm
says
going
what
cut
she
that
wants
part.
to say. She's not scared
No.
to say it, whether you like it or not. She said her piece.
Yeah.
I admire her a lot. And I'm pleased to meet her face to face today for the
Okay, it's
first
an
time.
honor to meet you.
You know.
Yeah, did he
No, he never told me. No, you know what you did. You became.
Yeah, did he
no,
tell-
he never told me. No, you know what you did. You became cold towards me. You stopped
I didn't.
checking on me. He was some busybody.
Okay. Nana, let's talk about Women of Valour.
Yes.
So, last year you were in Paris.
Yes.
And this year you're going to London.
Yes.
Okay.
We're excited.
London.
Yes. So.
Okay, why London?
Oh, why London? Because as far as I'm concerned, it's the most beautiful city in the world. I love London, but that's not the reason.
Okay.
I'm just looking for another chance to go and chill. But that's not the reason. Well, we did Paris last year.
Yeah.
Last year, our theme was the audacity of courage.
All right.
And if you know the history of Paris, it's gone through so much, the revolution, the French Revolution, and so many other things. It is synonymous with courage, you know, being courageous. This year, our theme is the pursuit of fearlessness. And London was just natural because next year we are going to be home. It's our 5th anniversary. We'll be in
Okay.
Accra next year. And so we thought this is a chance to be in London, to do London. And the reason I also take it out is to give our women an opportunity to see the world. And so in Paris last year, because we have a very easy package as well, because we wanted it to be affordable for everybody, and we had a very good relationship and partnership with the French embassy last year.
Yeah.
So almost everyone who applied for a Schengen visa was given the visa, and about 90% of the people we traveled with from Accra, and it was just about 120 of us from Accra to Paris. 90% of them were going to Europe for the first time in their lives.
Wow.
Yes, another 85% was also traveling out of Ghana for the first time, you know. So it gave them an opportunity to see the world, and they had a maximum of 7-8 days to be in Paris. Oh no, my God! Some went to Milan, some went to Barcelona. They really toured Europe, and for them it was an eye opener. And then at the event itself, they met there were about 350 women and a few men in attendance, and they built partnerships, relationships, and I'm so excited about what they have done after Paris. And then London, a lot of them never been to London. We thought, okay, this is a chance as well, go and network, because London is like Ghana. It's just 6 hours from Accra. It is Ghana, you know, Ghana with the cold bipolar weather. So that is why we take it out, to give them an opportunity to network, meet other people from different countries, collaborations, good connections. That's what we're trying to do.
Okay.
And so hence London this
So
year.
the date is
The 7th of March.
7th of March.
Yes.
Tell us what will happen on that
With
day.
the day.
Yes.
Well, the event starts at 3 p.m. with an exhibition. And so we have 15 exhibitors. We have Nigerian exhibitors, Ghanaian, English, Jamaican. There are 2 Rwandese. Is that what they call it? Rwandese? Rwandans?
Yeah.
Rwandans
Is it
or
Rwandans
Rwandese?
or these?
Which one is
Uncle
correct?
Francis,
Both of them.
you are the tourist.
Both works.
Both were? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. So we have exhibitors from all over, and they're exhibiting different things, from clothes to bags to skincare products, all made by them.
Oh wow.
These are women owned. If you're a man, we are not allowing you to exhibit, but men are invited to the event, you know, to be part of the conversation. In Paris, we had about 50 men. This year, I'm looking at the list, and we have about 85 men already.
85 men.
Yeah, 85
in
men.
attendance.
In attendance. I'm just hoping that we'll get more than 100.
You see how the men love